Hey everyone, welcome back to Pably. This is Akib Javed and here I explain to you some automation techniques by which you can do your business efficiently and hassle-free. And in this video, I would like to show you automation process by which any business person can create a Google Calendar event automatically whenever they generate an invoice from Wave application. Okay, so you can ask me, why would any business person need this automation? Let me tell you. Suppose that you are running any business and you are using Wave application to create invoices and for accounting purposes. Okay, so whenever you or your team create an invoice from Wave application, you want to take a follow-up from that customer whose invoice you are creating to discuss with him about your product. You can take the feedback or you can discuss about the due payments. Okay. But the issue here is you or your team is creating many invoices and you have many customers. So you have to create many invoices on daily basis or at frequent intervals of time. Okay. So you to keep the track of those invoices is very problematic and difficult for you, and you often forgot to take the follow-ups from your customers. So I have a solution for this problem. So by the process that I am about to tell you, what will happen whenever you create an invoice here in Wave application, automatically a new Google Calendar event will be created, and here in this calendar you can find out that at this date and at this time a new invoice is generated for this customer, and you can remember to take the follow-up with that customer with the help of Google Calendar. Yes guys, this can happen, and to make this happen I am using a software here called as Pably Connect. So guys, Pably Connect is an automation and integration software, and what it will do, it will connect these two applications together such that whenever you create a new invoice here in Wave application, automatically at the same time a new calendar event will be generated showing you the details of the invoice created and the customer's name and contact details. And the best part of making this automation guys is that you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge. So now let me show you the process on my screen of how you can also make this automation. So guys, to create this automation, first of all you have to sign in into Pably Connect application. And to sign in here, first you have to create an account in Pably Connect. For that you have to reach this page by typing PABBLY, that is pably.com/connect in your internet browser. Okay, so from here you can set up your free Pably Connect trial account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on sign up free button. Okay, after that you can sign in, and when you sign in you will reach this page, and from here you have to click on this access now button of Pably Connect tool like this, and that will bring you to the dashboard of Pably Connect like this. Okay, so here we have to start working, and you can start working here by creating workflows like these. Okay, so the automation is based on these workflows. So to create a workflow you just have to click here on create workflow button, and here you have to give a relevant name to a workflow. So let me fill the name here. So I have filled the name here as create Google Calendar events from Wave invoices. Okay, so after that click on create here, and you will see your workflow getting created like this, and here in this page you will find these two things first, the trigger and the action. So guys, Pably Connect work on these two things. The trigger says when this happens, action says Pably Connect do this. Alright, as in our use case, the trigger would be a new invoice created here in Wave application, and the action or the response to that trigger would be a new event created here in our Google Calendar, right? So first of all you have to click here on this trigger window, and here you have to choose the trigger application, which is Wave in our case. Okay, so select Wave. This is Wave. Okay, and now in this trigger event you have to select new invoice option. Okay, click on it, and then click on this connect button appearing here like this, and from this window you have to select add new connection. Okay, then click on connect with Wave. So this will bring you to the login window of the Wave application, or if you are already logged in like me, it will show you, it will ask you for the required access. Okay, so you have to give the access here. Click on allow access and you will see that we'll be connected with Wave application. Okay, so the authorization is successful and start showing connected here. Now it is asking for the business's name. So you can find the business's name from your Wave application. You can see this is the name of the business, Pabbly. So from this field, when you click here, it will show you the business's name. Select that business. And now when I click here on save and send test request, it will bring the data of most recently created invoice in my Wave application. Okay, so let me show you how it's going to bring the data. First, let's create an invoice here. So by clicking on create invoice, you will reach this page, and from here you can add a customer for creating the invoice. So we have the list of customers here in Wave application, and you can see we have all these customers. So I'm selecting this, let's say this Avi Gupta as our customer, and here you can select the due date of the payment also. So I'm selecting the due date. Okay, and from here you can select the items we are selling, of which we are creating the invoice. So let's say this LED tube light is our item that we are selling, and these are the details of the price and the tax. Okay, now I'm clicking on save and continue here, and from here you have to approve this draft of invoice. You can see this is a kind of invoice we have created, and I'm going to approve this draft by clicking here. Okay, so guys, you can see the draft of the invoice is approved. Okay, and the due date of this invoice is this. So let's capture the data of this invoice created here in Pabbly Connect. So I'm now clicking here on save and send test request, and let's see. And you can see the data is captured here like this. Okay, so it is showing the date of creation here like this. Okay, the customer's name, the currency code, the amount, and all other details. Okay, the product, the LED bulb. Okay, so this is how we captures the data of a new invoice here in Pabbly Connect, right? And here you can see we got the details of the invoice here, but we did not get the contact details of the customer here. Okay, so we do not got the contact details of the customers, but we do have the contact details here in Wave application of this customer. So to get the contact details here in Pabbly Connect, what you have to do, click here on this actions tab, and let's connect our Wave application again. I am showing you the way to capture the whole details, the contact details also here in Pabbly Connect. So in the action event, now you have to select this option. Let me show you. Get customer by ID. Okay, select this. Then click on connect. And now you can select existing connection option, as we have just made a connection with Wave application in the first step. So now we can select this option, and just you have to click on save here. And you can see we are connected with Wave now. Now it is asking for the business name, which is Pabbly. And in this customer ID, we are going to map this ID. Let me show you. So in the first tab where we have captured the data of the invoice, it created this node ID, and also let me show you another ID. Okay, so this node customer ID. So we are going to use this customer ID to get the contact details as well. So we are going to map this ID here. So first of all, click on this toggle this map button to on here. Okay, and then erase this field. And when you click here on this field, you will find this Wave new invoice option here. Click on it, and here you can see all the details we get in the first step like this. So from here, click on this node customer ID, and your ID will be mapped. The customer's ID will be mapped. Now click here on save and send test request. Okay, so it started showing response here, and you can see we got the contact details as well, the email and the mobile number of the customer like this, and the address also, right? So now we want to create an event here in Google Calendar for this invoice created for this customer here in Google Calendar. Okay, like this. You can see this is a invoice Adam Smith event created already for one of my previous invoice creation for this customer. So this is how we are going to create an event for this invoice and customer also. Okay. And let me show you one thing more in this data that we captured in this first step. Whenever we capture the data of date and time here in Pabbly Connect, it captures the time in UTC format, which is the universally converted time format. Okay. So this time is not in IST or Indian Standard Time format. Okay. So we need to convert this time into Indian Standard Time format. For that, what you have to do, so why we are converting this? Because we want to create an event in Google Calendar. Okay, so we need to have the time on which we want to create the event. So for that, click here on this plus icon, and from this actions tab, you have to choose the feature of Pabbly which is called date time formatter. So with the help of date time formatter by Pabbly, we can convert the date from UTC to IST, and it also have many features like this, you can see. So we are using this feature, format date with time zone. Okay, so because we got the date and time zone together, you can see we got the date wherever we have captured the date and time, we get it together like this in this format. Okay, so you have to select this action event as format date with time zone. Okay, then click on connect here, and here in this date field we are going to map the date which we got in the first step like this. You can see the created at, so it is showing when our invoice get created. So this is the date and the time. Okay, so we are going to map this here in this step, date time formatter. So click on this field and you will find these two options here. So click on the first one, wave new invoice, and here you will find the created at date. Okay, and from format, so this is the same format in which we have captured the data, you can see. So in this date, you can see we have a T in between, YY, MM, DD, T, and the hours and the minutes and the seconds, right? So this is the same format. It's automatically selected, need not to convert, select this. And in the to format, I am keeping the format same, just I am changing the time zone. Okay, so we got the data in the UTC. Now we want to convert it into IST. So the IST is the Asia Kolkata time zone. So you have to type here Asia Kolkata and you will find the Indian time zone, this one. Okay, and click here on save and send test request. And here you can see it started showing this kind of response, and you can check the time that I mapped here is this 7 hours 1 minute and 15 seconds, and this is converted into 12 hours 31 minutes 15 seconds. Okay, so let me show you one more thing, that when in Google Calendar, when you create any event, let me show you. Let's just create an event here at 8th of December. We need to have the title first of the event, and then we have to have the starting date of the event and the starting time and the end time of the event as well. Now in our use case, we want that whenever my team or anyone create an invoice here in Wave application, just at that time only a new event get created here in Google Calendar as well, so that I can see what whose invoice get created and I can follow up. Okay, so for that we got the time here. The starting time of the meeting is, let's say, is this. Okay, so I just converted the creation time of the invoice into Indian Standard format, and we are going to create the event by using this start time, but we also need the end time. So let's say the event is for 2 hours. Now I'm using date time formatter again. Click here on this actions tab, and we are going to use the feature of date time formatters, another action event. Let me show you. This is date time formatter we have. Okay, And now in this action event, I am going to select this function add or subtract time. Okay. Now click on this connect button. And now it is asking for the date and time. Okay. So we want to add 2 hours more to this date and time. Let me show you that we got from the first step, the creation date and time. Okay. So this is the second step. This is the first step, and we got the date time here as created at label, right? So I want to add 2 more hours to this time. So I'm going to map this date time here in this step. Okay. So now in this date field, click here and you will find this wave option. Click on it. And here you will find this date and time. Okay. Map it. And so I do not want to change the format, so I'm keeping the format same. Okay, but in this expressions I'm going to put this plus 2 hours. Okay, so I want to add 2 hours here in this to this time, so just put here a plus sign and 2 and write here hours like this. Okay, so you can add the expressions like this, you can see, to add the date and time. Okay, and now click here on save and send test request, and you can see in this result label we got this response. Okay, so now you can see the previously we have the time as 7:1:15 and now we got the time as 9:1:15, 2 hours more than this time, right? Okay, now according to all these data that we have collected, we are going to create an event here in Google Calendar. For that, click on this plus icon, and from this action window select your application as Google Calendar. Okay, this is Google Calendar we have, and in this action event select this create detailed event option, then click on connect. And from this window select add new connection and click on connect with Google Calendar, and it will bring you to this window. From here you have to select the email ID by which the calendar application is connected, so select that email ID here, then give the required access to create a event, click on continue. Okay, now you can see the authorization is successful and we are connected with Google Calendar now. Now it is asking in which calendar you want to create an event, and so you can see I have this calendar by my name. Okay, so I'm going to select the calendar. This is my calendar. Okay, right, now it is asking for the title of the event, so you'll find the title from this invoice details from the first tab. Okay, so I'm going to use the data we have captured. Okay, so I want the title of the event with the name of the product and the customer. So let me show you quickly. Here in this tab from the Google Calendar, I'm going to click on this title, and from this wave new invoice option where we have captured the data, I'm going to select this node title that is saying invoice. Okay, and I also want the name of the customer, so I'll have the name here as Avi Gupta, so that I can know that a new invoice is created for this person. Okay, now it is asking for the description. So for the description you can map the details from the first tab where we have the details of the the product. So I am selecting this is a LED bulb. Okay, so if you have the detailed description of your products in Wave application, you can map the same thing here, right? And now it is asking for the location of the follow-up, so currently I am leaving it blank. Now it is asking for the start date time, so here we are going to map the date that we converted here in this tab. Okay, this one. Okay, so in this tab from the date time formatter, I converted the format of the time from the UTC to IST. Okay, so I'm going to map this result label in this tab. Click here on start date time and you will find this date time formatter. Okay, so click on it and here you will find the result label, map it. Now it is asking the end date, so the end date you will find from this 4th number date time formatter where we have added the time by 2 hours. This is the added time, so that it will be an event for 2 hours. Now it is asking for the time zone. So like the time zone as Asia Kolkata, which is Indian time zone. Okay, where it is, this is Asia Kolkata. Now it is asking the visibility. So it is show you in the Google calendar. If you share the calendar, it will show you the visibility like public, private, or confidential. So I'm making it public event. Okay. Here you can add the guest. So I'm going to add the guest of this meeting by so our customer is the guest only. So we have captured the date, contact details of the customer from this second step. So you'll find the contact details, the email. Just map the email here in the guest field. Okay. No, so you can send reminders also to this person, to this email address. So you can select the reminder method as email only. Okay. And you can fill here the minutes before you want to send the reminder. I'm leaving it blank now. And show me as free or busy. Okay, so you can show your status as available or busy in the Google Calendars event as well. Okay, so I'm making it available. Guest can modify the event, so you can give the access to your customers so that they can change the event if they want. So you can select that also. I'm keeping it false for now. Event recurrence rule. So guys, if you want to create this same event every month on the same date at the same time, you can use this tool here. Okay. So let me show you. I'm opening the tool. And let's say you want to repeat that event monthly. Okay. And on the day, you can select the day. You can select the day like this. Okay. Or you can select like this, first Sunday or whatever. And here it will show you the rule. So you have to copy this rule here, and you can put this recurrence rule here in this field. Okay. So it will generate event every month at the same date and the same time, recurring. Okay. For now, I want to create this event one time only. So if you want to create this event one time, you can use this rule written here. Just copy this rule here like this. Okay. And paste it here in this field. And add conferencing. Okay, so you can have the option of Google Conference, Google Meet also. So you can also add that conferencing in the same event. So I'm keeping it no for now. Now when I click here on save and send test request, you will see that a new event will be created here. Let's check. I'm clicking here on save and send test request. And you can see it started showing this kind of response. Okay, so the status is confirmed. Okay, and all other details. Let's check in my Google Calendar. And you can see a new event is created with the title as invoice for Avi Gupta. Okay, and you can see description is the LED bulb, one guest awaiting. This is the customer, and it is for 2 hours, right? So this is how it is going to be done. Our connection with Google Calendar is also working fine. Now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in this trigger window, I connected Wave application. Okay. Then we captured the data of a new invoice created here in Pabbly Connect. After that, we get all the contact details of the customer by using this customer ID, which we have created in the first step. Okay. After that, I use this date time formatter feature of Pabbly to convert the format of my time into IST format like this. Okay. After that, I added 2 hours more, 2 hour more to this created at time. Okay. Of the invoice, so that we can use this time in the creation of event in Google Calendar. After that, I connected Google Calendar and filled all the required details to create an event in the calendar like this. Okay. And when I clicked here on save and send test request, you have seen that event is created here in my calendar, right? So now you just have to click on save, and we are going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect trial account and start running this automation instantly. And when you start using this automation, what will happen whenever you create an invoice here in Wave application, a new Google Calendar event will be created here automatically like this. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you want any other type of integration, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries and discuss it from this forum and check the pricing of this software from this link. And guys, as we did today, you can make many different type of integrations using many different softwares by Pabbly Connect and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. So guys, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching this video.